Yes, people. Quick turnaround. We are back live. We are back live on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube Premier League podcast, Yardman edition, where we discuss all things Premier League related. And since it is international break, I thought we'd do a quick recap. You know, on the Big Six, Liverpool top of the table, Manchester City and Arsenal 1 point behind, Manchester United absolutely terrible. Chelsea sat in fourth, they're having a good start, and Spurs also mid-table, they're in ninth, performing poorly as well, so plenty of conversation surrounding their manager. So we'll be discussing all those things, so please keep all your comments, all your questions Premier League related as well. Big up to everyone who's just joined over from the raid on the Q&A. Run up the likes, people. Run up the likes, though. There's over 120 of you lot in the building. We're only at 30 likes. Let's double that. Let's get up to 60 likes, people. Like check 1 2 1 2. Let's hit the like button. Share across all the socials. Same, man. At Sarcasm City TV. At That's Me Flawless across all socials. Follow the Sarcasm City TV playback as well. And make sure on top of those two things, subscribe to the channel, Sarcasm City TV. And when you subscribe, make sure you hit the notification bell as well. Road to 13,000 subscribers. You know what I'm saying? Got my duns in the building. You know what I'm saying? A lot of you lot's favorite show. This one, definitely one of my favorite shows to do. Never a dull moment. You know what I'm saying? One thing about this show, never, ever, ever a dull moment. Man, I never lost for words. That is one thing. It's always supremely entertaining. My like Lex is in the building. My like Kaneki in the building as well. Yes, man. What you man saying? You man good?
Yeah, man.
You saying good? Yes, Kaneki. What you saying good?
No.
You good? Wait,
no.
what's up?
No.
What's up, man? You got Hala Madrid in your name, man. You man are having a decent season. It's blessed. Go on. What's going on? What's up?
Decent. Mbappe forget conk more decent. So even just sitting down.
Right.
Every time they say, you see, every time you try to do them league on just dusty step over, just 50 push up. Every time you try to run past, like yo, sometimes you have to wonder, Mbappe, you know, say it's football you're playing and not FIFA. Every time you see this brother try to push and run, just conk him. Straight up. Every time him try push and run, just conk him.
You've been the best.
Man,
Yeah, that's
Stay up top and just don't move. You see, if you want to sprint, go up on the wing. We don't need you to sprint, we need you to shoot goals. Majority of your goals this season come from penalties. Thank you, Vinicius Jr. If it wasn't for Vinny, I'm pretty sure Mbappe right now would still be on 2 goals.
Jesus. Yeah, he hasn't been. I've been watching Madrid, like they've not been at it. In particular, him.
This brother, how are you? 20 what? 24, 23, 24-year-old, and your step overs look like a 39-year-old Cristiano Ronaldo. How you do that? You run as a step over. You have to step over like you have arthritis.
Him and Bellingham in the same boat, brother.
All him. Remember everybody was telling me about freaking that freaking Brexit McTomney?
Yeah, man.
Huh? What? No more dusty tappings against Stockport under 18s anymore, though.
And it's just that them always praise this fucker for score goals like at that time fucking job. I know that your job. Oh, he's a good box crasher. Work class my bum buckler. There's no world class box crasher. None.
World class box crasher. He is crashing
things. Things.
No, they're right to call him a world class box crasher. Do you not see him crashing in the box doing nothing?
Nothing.
Looking like one big car accident. Whatless.
And then I talk about get Ancelotti out of my club. Yeah, man. All you do, make sure say United not get him. The
only good midfield, the only players in Madrid's midfield right now that's playing well is Valverde and Camavinga. Because down to Chouameni himself need to get a couple conk.
Rubbish, bruv. What's the look?
Hey.
Nobody no one listening. Nobody no one listening. You tell these people day in, day out. You try to teach them, you try to coach them, you try to say, yo, the player not good enough. We're not sustainable, not going to last. Oh, you're
toxic and negative.
Toxic and negative.
Toxic and negative, yeah.
To be honest with you, I am toxic and negative. But
yeah, I'm trying to tell people that.
But there's a reason for it. What is there to be positive about life? Every day people get a fucking reason for be toxic and negative. Every day. Bro, I was a good child, you know? Nice little child going to church every Sunday and all of these things. And lo and behold, look at me now. Like a fucking heathen. Like an absolute spawn of the fucking devil. You know,
Sick of them people, yeah, man. Sick of them.
Me don't need nobody for call myself any name. Me call myself that. I give a fuck. Me don't care. Don't care.
Sick and tired of them.
Yo, you see if one day, listen, I'm telling you this from now. You see if one day, on hear like some news or some fuckery, like some Johnny Minerals type shit, like with him do or some other fuckery, I don't think so. I'm gonna come on the internet and be like, guys, I'm sorry, go suck yourself. You're not getting no sorry from me. 100%. I don't give a fuck.
Freaking Super Saiyan John Joe Shelby fam. Can't stand this, brother.
For anyone that's new here and is like, is this what the show's always? Yes, people. This is the Premier League podcast.
Yeah, people. Oh, bro, listen. If you had the sins, if you had the sins, don't apologize for your fucking sins. If you're racist, unless it like way or if you're a Peter, then we don't want to apologize. We're just like send you go jail.
Yeah, facts.
You know, if you apologize, you're gonna reap the rewards to the fucker way you do. Facts. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. 100%.
It's as simple as that. So, bro, yo, all me want to say is this. All of them football I wanna praise, I wanna talk about. Missy man put elite creators and with four players and one have Pogba. Who else? Me no know. 3 ball.
Pogba, Modric, Pogba, Modric, Bruno Fernandes and Kevin De Bruyne.
Yeah, brother.
2 of them, brother, they don't deserve to be there. And 2 brother about Jollof.
Especially don't deserve to be there.
Yeah, Jollof, John Joe Shelby, don't do Nigeria like that, fam. Don't do Nigeria like that. Nigeria would never produce Jude Bellingham. Nigeria have way too much respect for producer Jude Bellingham, fam. Yeah, what do you mean?
Why did I say Jollof? Is he of Nigerian descent? Is Bellingham?
Don't condemn Nigeria like that, fam. Don't condemn Nigeria like that. Or you move from JJ or Kocha to Jude Bellingham.
Chat, is he African or is he Caribbean? I actually don't know.
Shit, that's what he is.
Yeah, I agree with that.
He's shit, that's what he is.
Yeah, we don't need to know what else in be other than shit.
We
don't need to know that.
This man should be playing right now. He should be playing for MK Dons. That's what he is, an MK Dons level player. Yeah, no more shit tappings against freaking Deportivo Belgrade. No more of those anymore. Now you have to actually play your role as a midfielder, and you're trash.
You know what I mean?
Oh my god, yo, you like the lights. I don't know why it became a Jude crash test, but we're here, people. We're here. Oh shit, man.
Jude Bellingham father's Nigerian, then he for confiscating passport.
Is he Nigerian? Oh, okay. That's why I must have Jollof then. Okay, it makes sense.
Confiscating his father is a disgrace to tradition.
You man are crazy.
Botless.
I don't know why we started.
You ever see my try control on ball in a warm up? Me can control the ball better than him. Me.
His brother can't even control him freaking runs. Beer offside.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, man.
All right, yo, you lot, run up the likes, man. Only at 43. Hit the subscribe button if you already do. Anything else you might want to add in regards from the international side of things, since we started there with Bellingham, any other England players or any players in general?
Football, brother.
You don't watch that? Everybody watch that?
Yeah, and
nothing.
No, I want to bring up something right now.
Yeah, go on.
Because a lot of people think I'm going to sleep on this. So the fact that Harry Maguire has scored more goals for England than Phil Foden. Yeah, we're not sleeping past that.
That's crazy.
We're not sleeping past that. That Harry Maguire has contributed more goals for England than Jude Bell and Phil Foden. We're not gonna just sweep past that.
Yeah, bro. But Harry Maguire played from 19 no long, brother.
Yeah, he got like 8. Isn't it like 15 games Foden's gone without GNA for England? That's crazy still for a player of his quality. And
the fact is that in them 15 games he's been playing clapped teams as well. Like, let's
Yeah,
just
it's
be
all
real. He's been playing some shit
Bro.
side as well, and he's not scoring. How are you, fam?
Yeah, bro, but Southgate are shit.
No, we get that, but Southgate are shit and Maguire was still scoring goals though.
Other players did, but
Because the fucking Southgate tactics set up from fucking Maguire blood. You forget this.
No, you're right. Set what I say, set piece, cross and inshallah. Yeah, cross and
On the bench, him do all sort of fuckery, no link play. And guess who Foden passed the ball? How you expect Foden to score? And Foden have to pass the ball to the fucking waste man them. Because, number one, him playing on the left. Number two, him a pass it to Rice and Bellingham. You know, once him pass it to them, him not get it.
Yeah, that's so. I would look up talking my pass about the Kane, like, and what is Kane going to do?
Kane not even have no legs no more. So what?
No, if you have a point, like, if you think about Palmer situation, Palmer look on the. No, you're right, because now that I think about it, Foden look on the left, he must say Rashford, that dead. He look on the right, him see Sterling, that dead. He look up top, he see Harry Kane, that dead. Behind him, a Rice and Bellingham.
Mr. One clip where Foden try to rotate the ball in the midfield. And the man then pass it to Rice. And Foden say, yo, see man, and Foden, Rice pass it backwards.
Fam, I remember watching Foden trying to play a 1-2 with Bellingham. I don't know what Bellingham. Foden try to play 1-2 and Bellingham running as the 3-4. I'm Foden just stand up and look for Bellingham. I'm just depend, you know. I see the joke, everybody said that Harry Maguire score more goals than Foden. But when I look for Foden, I'm like, yo, Foden literally up there so by himself. With just you just have a pure calamity. You have a centre back that's trying to fool everybody he's a midfielder. I don't know what Jude Bellingham is. Sterling needs to have him English passport burn.
Yo, you might have been calling Rice a centre back for the longest, yo.
And he's not, and he's yet to prove me wrong.
Listen, anybody who can't see that none of fucking sense.
And he's yet to prove me wrong. Rice cannot pass, him cannot dribble, him cannot drive, him cannot. Every trait of a midfielder, him don't have. This brother is literally, this brother is a pie and mash Kurt Zuma. That's what he is. Look at what Rice is doing and look at Kurt Zuma at Chelsea and tell me the difference. You want to know the difference? Rice cost 100 million.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Kurt Zuma was doing the same thing Rice is doing right now, and no one said put Kurt Zuma in the freaking midfield. No one said that. Where everybody there when Kurt Zuma have an 82% dribbling success rate and a drive with the ball from Chelsea, nobody tried to put Kurt Zuma in the midfield. But some big idiot decided, you know what? Make me put Declan Rice in the midfield. Can he play from deep? No. Is he good at tackling? No. Is he defensively sound? No. Can he drive with the ball good? No. Can he pass well? No. Is he good at attacking? No. Why you put him in the midfield? Just trust me.
Yo,
David Luiz.
For the longest, yo.
David Luiz is a better CDM than Declan Rice. John Stones is a better CDM than Declan Rice.
Oh yeah, easily. Especially if you get top both for BS6.
The only thing Declan Rice is sick at is that watching him play make me sick. That's the only sick of Declan Rice. He make me sick every time I watch him play.
Rubbish, man.
Trying to run here, so 100 million.
You smart. You said the same thing. You did. You've been on the same thought process.
Yo, you know me see as well. The fucking Arsenal fans. You know why? You see why I'm here to know. You see why I'm fucking here to know, because when Roger did injured, all the fucking did I do a laugh after Roger. So we're gonna win the league.
First, let's say this.
Injured.
First, let's say this.
Everybody.
We're not going after Eli. It's not Eli or Troops or any of you. You Arsenal fans. It's not you. Are the drunker than we're talking about now?
No, at this fucking point, me care. Yo, the man them on the internet. Oh, Saka injured. Oh, yeah, and I talk about. Oh, you see what? I know Yamal get injured, and they say, oh, You see what happened when you try to play up to Saka? Yo, brother, Yamal don't even know who the fuck Saka is, brother. You don't understand this? Stop praising the little dead players because them don't have no trophies and them not going to win any. Stop.
So if you think about it, Arsenal really are hype up a left back and a centre back. And if you realize that, this man's entire team, you have a midfielder at striker, you have a left back on the right wing, and you have a centre back in your midfield. This is what them hyping up,
Them post some picture talk about. I thought all his assists were only corners. Yeah, but half of them are fucking crosses. What is a fucking corner? A cross, blood. It's the same thing. Him have two from corners and about 3 from crosses, and then one from like him win the ball back and it just bounce off and go to Havertz, and then one next one him pass it directly to Havertz. But that's it. Like, stop, guess up the man.
This freaking Frankenstein of a club. All alone with this chimera of a squad on the around here. So yes, man, the left back and the right wing, he's doing so well. We have $100 million centre back and a midfielder up top at striker. Because we can't afford to buy a striker. We don't have no blood clot sense. And so when the side that drop like fly, they know. So when the squad that drop like fly, they know. Nobody now laugh again. Everybody laugh off of Rodri. Rodri's gone. Okay, so Odegaard is now out.
Yeah.
Saka is now out.
Yeah.
Why name a carry an injury? Let's hope he's not actually injured, because I actually want to see him play a little bit more in Timber. Timber. So your squad now is off a drop like fly.
You know what funny? When man did have Xhaka, man did play expansive football. The man get Rice and change in play style. No my park bus. Freaking set piece and inshallah. You get me?
Yeah. You went defensive?
Yeah, why do you think him got defensive? Because him a change the style.
Because him play 5 centre back on the pitch.
Money on fucking centre back. So where else him gonna play?
5 centre back on the pitch.
300 mil worth of centre back on the field. Who else not gonna play? None choice. Alright, Kai Havertz might score some, and then this ball and Saka might do a nice thing 1 or 2 times. But bro, it's not sustainable. This is what we keep on harping on. What you have is not sustainable to win a league. It's not sustainable to win a Champions League, and you man are not trying to win the cups. So in just gonna end up not winning anything. Why? Because the people that are at the helm just don't understand. They do not understand how football works. Them probably have a little percentage of understanding, maybe like a 50 to 60%, but 50 to 60% gets you maybe top 4 or mid-table.
Well, like when you say we need a cup,
probably like 5%, but that's a whole different. But yo, we need to get to that soon. We need to get to, as a matter of fact, after we're done cook Arsenal, because we don't have a show since in your start, but say them are gonna keep it out. We don't have a show.
We'll talk about it. Yeah. That's why United.
We're gonna talk about it. We're gonna talk about that.
Man United. That's why I just put Man United terrible. That's why we gonna get to it.
So
terrible.
We need.
That's all I could fit in the bar.
In the title, but to Arsenal fans, then, what do you mean you guys need win a cup? Are you guys not taking care of win? Last time I saw him taking pictures with flipping Celtic, the Celtic team. Did you guys send Win out on loan? I know Arsenal don't have any money, but what did you do with Win the dog? Where is Win? I haven't seen any pictures of Win lately. Where is Win?
Califury having money.
Califury, okay. Then
you know see Califury turn up and then disappear.
Yeah, that me have to know. That more know. Them sign Califury and all of a sudden they stop here but win. Stop the win.
Carry on. Hey, is this Barnes? Let me know which one of you man it is. Is this Barnes or Pops? But big up to Beijing Reds TV every single time. Make sure you go subscribe. But yeah, Pops, Barnes, let me know which one of you it is controlling that account. But like I said, subscribe to my guys, man. Subscribe to my bros right there. Big up to Boston. Arsenal still a winning league. Me don't care what you say.
No, I'm in the chat. Just make sure say we no win. We don't turn up like empty-handed again. See the 5th year in a row now. Make sure someone in the chat.
You know what funny? People always think say cook Arsenal now. And that way, I tell you what we see. We just tell you what we are seeing. That's all. That's all that is happening here. We're not cooking Arsenal per se. We're just looking at Arsenal, and because we don't like you, it seems a little bit more enforced. But if you man legit stood the chance to win the league, I would be here saying, yo, you know, Arsenal have a chance because they went out and they fixed certain things that they had as weaknesses. Them fix the goal problem, them fix this problem, them fix that problem. Then I would come on this show and say, well, you know, X, Y, and Z. But there ain't no X, Y, there's no X, Y, and Z, blood.
Next, and not even that. When the whole situation with Liverpool happened, because everybody loves things, I am biased. I'm not biased. I'm not biased. When the Liverpool situation happened, when you guys were just announced that you were getting shut,
yeah,
I said immediately, how you perform is based on if your board backs him. Your board didn't back him. Your board didn't back Schlutt. I said I knew what it would look like with Schlutt when he plays. I knew the players that would get better. The player, as I said before, that surprised me for Liverpool this season is McAllister. McAllister surprised me. I knew Gravenberch would turn out good because he's a shoot type player. McAllister, him, I know he would be this good. McAllister surprised me. I told Alon to say Nunes I will get rid of quick. But I knew Liverpool would not struggle. With Arsenal, me know from day one say Uno not doing shit. Uno not doing shit. Uno not doing shit. You are Arsenal fan.
Man, I speak Trini and Jamaican patois at the same time, brother.
He's practicing.
Subscribe to this, man. You know what I'm saying?
All right, so
I don't know who I teach him.
I have no idea.
So, well, it not sound too bad still, but
it not sound too bad. Am I do like a senti thing? Is it?
Yeah. So when we hear the Arsenal fan, them tell me no, oh, them squad, them improve on them squad. I'm like, no. You have. Let me go to your squad. So you have Tomiyasu, that's a centre back. You have Ben White, that's a centre back. You have Kivior, that's a centre back. You have Saliba, that's a centre back. You have Gabriel, that's a centre back. You have Declan Rice, that's a centre back. You have Timber, that's a centre back. That is 7 centre backs plus Califury. That is 8 centre backs. You have 8 centre backs, 2 left backs in Saka and what I brother name Tierney. So Tierney and Saka, that are 2 left back, 8 centre back. You don't have a right back. You have T Piddy in your midfield. You have Odegaard, and that's it. I don't know what we not try to do with Mikel Moreno or Danny Ceballos 2.0 on the sign. Don't know what we're not gonna do with him.
Even him is a half centre back, brother.
Yes, you have Shite Havertz. You have Shite Havertz. You have Kurt, Shite, and Smelly on the left wing. What look like he might try get a little bit in a farm, but he might go ghost for another 14 games again. Like your squad did not improve. Your squad did not improve. The only thing is that you just took a page out of Sean Dyche's book and just start crossing inshallah. Like you literally look like Liverpool in the early part of Klopp, where it's just give the ball to Trent and put the ball in the box. You're literally a freaking North London, Stoke City. You guys are just set pieces right now.
Stoke City.
You're a North London Stoke fan. The Paella freaking. What's that, brother? The name of it? The Paella Pulis. That's what you mans are doing right now.
Yeah, I remember saying.
No, that's what you mans are. Like,
Paella Pulis.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Like, what are you guys doing right now? Your squad did not get better. You needed a striker. You needed an actual midfielder. You need an actual midfielder. You're like, oh, let's go for Mikel Moreno when Carlos Soler was right there and Fabian Ruiz was right there. Right there. We can't get to Arsenal can't go to PSG and take Fabian Ruiz. Is that what you're trying to tell me? Mm-hmm. And what's even funnier now is the links of Real Madrid trying to get Saliba. Something that I said on this channel years ago. That Real Madrid are going to go to Arsenal and take Saliba for free.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to laugh when they do it. I'm going to laugh when Real Madrid go to Arsenal, hand you guys an Arizona and a pack of Newports and just take Saliba for it. Arizona and pack a Newport and just take Saliba from you. Because you're like, we need to start winning. Okay, when? What's the time frame? Or if you're going to start winning?
Them not understand how this thing work, brother.
No, I don't think them understand.
Well on, them forget that them club is a selling club. Them forget that them did always have in at the time period when they don't win the league and they don't win the Champions League, you always had world-class players. Or players that became world-class and you sold them. You sell Van Persie to
Man United.
Yeah, and Van Persie never want to leave. Van Persie come to him and say, "Yo, with the contract, man." Them said, "Man, answer him." Say, "All right, man, go United and win the league, top scorer in the league, and just win it. On to get rid of Nasri, and guess what? There was the meme back in the day. Every player on to get rid of win a trophy. Every single one of them.
Yeah,
and it's stand true to this day.
All of them.
Yeah,
it's stand true to this day. Gerrard left them. Giroud left them and then played them in a Europa League final and dunked on them. Then he went on to win the Champions League with Chelsea. Nasri left and dunked on them and won the Premier League.
Yeah.
Oxlade-Chamberlain left them, dunked on them, won the league and won the Champions League with Liverpool.
This is what it is. It is stupid tribalism because on a tribalism, on a one forbid this tribal. Oh, Arsenal this and Arsenal that. On don't look on the facts. Arsenal don't like on. Arsenal just want the money. Arsenal don't care about your feelings. Them don't care about what you want for win. Them just want top 4 and for make money, blood. Them just want to turn over a profit each year and them don't give a shit. Watch as soon as Madrid come in with like 100 mil, Saliba, gone.
Oh yeah, we know Saliba.
100 million, they are not spending 100 million on Saliba. These men are going to walk in there, have and offer Arsenal Valero, Dani Ceballos, yeah, and 2 socks to Dani Carvajal, and then take Saliba after. That is what they're going to do. Madrid are going to just dig up somebody in them squad, but them don't need any longer. And just fling it down and just give them to Arsenal right now. And just take Saliba. Easy.
Nah, you know.
Because we're not funny right now. No, with them and how them are play.
Mm-hmm.
Your squad has started to fall. And you don't have any adequate replacements for them. So now that one name is out, who you gonna put on the wing? Who you gonna put on the right wing now?
There's been no reports in regards to what Saka's actual injury, like how long he's out for. Hey, chat, let me know if that's the case. I've seen nothing.
Listen, as far as them know, them best to inject that brother and put him back and put him on the pitch, you know. Limping or no limping, you know. Them better inject that brother and put him back on that pitch, you know.
Who that?
Saka.
No, I don't want them do that. I want them finish out the top 4. You think we give a shit? Don't do that. Make him recover, man. Make him take as long as he need.
For the amount of injury what Saka has been carrying the last 2 years, I don't think them can afford for him to sit down and recover. I really don't think Arsenal can afford him to sit down and recover.
No, man.
For the amount of injuries him carry the last 3 years for Arsenal.
You know what they can afford? They can afford to give with them continuously, like give with players. So, for instance, I feel like 3-4 years now we're telling us, say, yo, Arteta need a backup at right wing. They need a competent backup at right wing. On the don't get we're telling them to say, yo, everybody has said, even the sensible Arsenal fans have said, yo, we need a goal scorer, a prolific goal scorer. Like, bro, it don't matter if no prolific goal scorers exist. If you can take Kai Havertz and make him score goals, you can go and find a next player and make him score more goals. That's the fucking
point. Patrick Bamford would do better at tricking Arsenal than Kai Havertz.
The fucking point. It's just like this. When we were saying, yo, we're sick and tired of Hendo, we're sick and tired of Hendo, we're sick and tired of Hendo. And people continuously say, oh, but Hendo this, but Hendo that, but Hendo this, but Hendo that. If we had a better version of Hendo, so to speak, would have win more trophies.
We definitely would have won more.
If we had a better version of James Miller, a better midfield overall, and Klopp, who actually wanted to play better tactics, we would have won more. Because tactics that have to do with the ball movement more than the player movement will always be the one with the ball movement. Player movement. Ball movement will always be player movement. Why? Because your players break down, your players get tired, your players get sick. But for some reason, people continuously praise Klopp as if to say we weren't mediocre for the past 4 years before he left.
Yeah,
All
because
right, we almost won a quadruple, but why did we not win it? Because such man say, "Oh, we don't need help in the midfield. We don't need.
we don't need any midfielders." I'll never forget Klopp saying that. I'll never forget this man's midfield was on his last legs. Fabinho was finished. Not even was finished. Fabinho did finish.
But instead, because what Liverpool fans tend to do, instead of looking at the fact that he never actually get over the line and break the records, because that puts him in a different category of greatness. And that was the category of greatness that we needed. But we also knew that, FSG, this and FSG, that the club enabled FSG.
He did.
Because him should have tired long time, him shouldn't just get tired now. Him should have get tired from long time, but him continuously enable them, continuously work with them, continuously put up with the shit that he was given, right? And because Edwards make a couple signings and them say, Mane, Salah, Firmino, wonderful. But at the end of the day, a lot of the times, because we never had competent backups, that's why we never won more. Because them man, they always got African Cup of Nations and fuck the rest of the season, blood. Yeah, and as soon as Mane left, you guys saw what happened. That Salah was the pinnacle. Salah was the roof over our heads. But Mane was the whole building and the foundation put together. Why? Because he played a role that no one in today's modern football could play. This man was running back, doing defensive duties, and he must still score 2 goals. This man will lock up your wing back and still cook you up on the other end. Yeah, and all right, at a point in time, he started to break down. But why would you think that was the case? It was just a fault of the tactics that we had. It was just a fault of the tactics that we had. We did more legwork than anyone else. We did more pressing than anyone else. We covered more ground on the pitch than anyone else. And then
high intensity.
Yeah, high intensity. So then when he's coming out and saying, we don't need these improvements, we don't need that improvement, what kind of message are you sending the owners, so to speak? Slot come here and Slot say, all right, him do him assessment, we need a midfielder and a centre back. Him come and do him assessment and say, this is what we need, because at some point in time, if you want to be elite, if you want to be the greatest, if you want to win the best trophies or all the trophies, you always need things. City needs things. Absolutely. All of these teams need things, but City just need less than everybody else.
Yeah.
What was it? In Klopp's 483 games at Liverpool, is it 483? The chat can correct me. If you changed 4 results, Klopp would have moved from 1 Premier League title to 3 and from 1 Champions League to 2.
That's all he did.
If you change, 4 results would have gotten him 2 more Premier Leagues and 1 Champions League and 1 more Champions League.
3 times and 2 champs. That's crazy.
And to be honest with you, it's not a disrespect thing against Klopp, because he had to he had to be very great to do what he was doing with what he had.
Absolutely. Yeah, he was exceptional for what he
did. But his inability or his ineptitude to just admit that you lost Gini Wijnaldum. Let's actually go through it. You lost Gini Wijnaldum. That's a midfielder that you can't just oh yeah, man, we can just do without him. No. Gini Wijnaldum was the complete engine there. You have to replace him to some capacity, and you fail to address that.
Because what people seem to forget, like for instance, you say if we won a couple more games, XYZ, Zine.
If you change 4 results.
Without Gini Wijnaldum, that league will win and that Champions League will win would not exist.
Don't happen.
It would be like Arsenal. Only a win cups.
Yeah, his performance against Barcelona was the pinnacle.
We get rid of Wijnaldum. We get rid of Divock Origi. Now, as much as a lot of people can say these players are shit, these were the guys that did just that 1% to get us
that one extra.
Get us over the line.
Divock Origi off the bench was a problem.
Exactly, and that is what winning is about. Winning isn't about being, we have 1 world-class player or 2 world-class player, we have this. No, winning is about having a team that each individual in that team can get you over the line when Mo Salah isn't participating the way he should for one particular game. We need to have a player.
Else. Yeah.
We need to have a player that can say, all right, that can come on and instead of drawing a game and losing 2 points, we win that game and then we win the league by a point, or we win it on goal difference. You get me?
Yeah.
That's what you need, and that is why we'll always come out and we're just happy for cook Arsenal because it's so easy. You make it so easy for us. Like, bro, I'm your enemy, and you continuously just like give me your ammo. You're not just giving me ammo, you're giving me all your ammo, and I just take your ammo and shoot you with it because you have no ammo.
Because they actually believe they're gonna do something. That's the funniest thing. There's Arsenal fans who genuinely believe they're gonna go out and win the league.
Here's the problem with this. It just boils down to thought process. What is the thought process between Arsenal fans? A lot of them, the thought process is from an emotional perspective.
Absolutely.
If you take simple logic, you will come to the conclusion that you will not win the league. It's not even a maybe. It's not even a if City does this or if City does that. Because you guys operate under a mentality that is always behind City. If City goes 85, you'll go 84. Or 85 with a lower goal difference. If City goes 80, you man gonna go 79.
Yeah.
You get me?
Yeah, I hear you. Yeah, you spot on. What are you saying? 100%.
Because they always operate, and then you keep on buying people's what left. Like nobody wanted Kai Havertz, nobody wanted Zinchenko, nobody wanted Gabby Jesus. No, I don't even know where Martinelli come from. Some favela in Brazil.
That man got rejected from AC Milan, Manchester United, and Napoli.
Yeah, and you man continues to say, oh, City wanted Rice. City just come in for bump up the price.
City wanted Rice, yeah, like City they want Maguire.
You understand? There's games that these people play that will just help screw you. So for instance, they know the clout they have. They know if City come in for a play, go and raise the price. True. So them just raise the price and cut left for them.
That's fair.
Just like where we did try to do it Caicedo and it backfire.
It's large of everyone tapped in though, man. Word to Barnes, Beijing Reds TV. Run up the likes. There's over 140 of you lot in here, and we're even at 100 likes. So let's run it up to 100 likes, and people. Let's run it up to 100 likes. Let's hit that subscribe button as well. I know a lot of you lot haven't subscribed, so make sure you do so. So yeah, man, Arsenal cooking per usual, and we'll be here for that throughout the season when they fall short in the Premier League and fall short in the Champions League. And speaking of the teams falling short, no one's falling short of the Manchester United this season, just in the international break alone. Never mind on the pitch in terms of results and Premier League table and Europa League table. Kinegi, we'll go to you first and foremost on this. Meeting happened, heard nothing. Ten Hag still in charge.
That meeting was not about Ten Hag. That meeting was not.
Even fall short. Yes, talk about fall short. No fall
you
short.
Drop. You guys drop.
Vanish into thin air. You shrink until you just disappear. Because, bro, listen, fucking Southampton would have fired this man.
Absolutely.
Wolves, every team in the Premier League, barring Manchester United, would have already fired this guy.
Portsmouth would have fired this guy.
Crystal Palace, bro, you are 14th.
What's the truth?
1-4. 14th. Minus goal difference.
Yeah,
I'm a Manchester United fan and I want what's best for the club. Yeah, you sound like an Arsenal fan. You want what's best for the club, but you keep championing bullshit.
That's it.
Because what is it?
I've spoken on this many a times. It just because with Ineos and everything, like they want me
that meeting had nothing to do with it now. Just to put everybody, that's a quarterly meeting report. That is them a sit down, going through the club's numbers and the whole aspect internally and externally at the club. That was basically a finance meeting. That had nothing to do with Eric Ten Hag. That had zilch to do with Eric Ten Hag. Nothing to do with Ten Hag. Everybody had both about meeting. That was not no freaking Ten Hag sacking meeting. That's like a scrim, like what I go through at work. Oh, after a month, everybody will sit down and go through a scrim. Just to go through the month process, financial wise. That's what that was. That had nothing to do with Ten Hag. Everybody was at the game, yeah. If every single manager, the board director of Man United is there and Man United are playing, why not just go? Why not go to the game? They've done this before with Ed Woodward and the Glazers. They've done this before. They've done this way before with Myrtle, Woodward, and all these guys. All of them have been to games before with Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. No one was out here saying Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is getting sacked. Yeah? So that meeting is just there. That meeting was just all there for everybody. And when I heard Saeed, when is the fan calling, Saeed? I need to talk to you because you've been dodging me. All right. You came and you were like, yo, Man United are going to finish third. What made you think Man United would finish third? What did you see that made you think Man United would finish third?
There's a hope.
89 goals. 89 goals in the Premier League. From who? From who? Who are you? Where are you scoring 89 goals? Yeah? You man had Cristiano Ronaldo and Cavani and couldn't even hit 60 goals in the Premier League. You're going to score 89 goals with Rasmus Højlund. Is that what you're going to do? So Bruno Fernandes, Jadon Sancho, so Bruno, not even that, Bruno Fernandes, Cristiano Ronaldo, Marcus Rashford and Jadon Sancho, and you couldn't hit 60 goals in the Premier League. But you want to tell me that Rasmus Højlund, Garnacho, Bruno, and Rashford are going to hit 89 goals.
Yeah, Kidaki, couple things. One, I'm sure he'll run the fan calling show at some point soon. If he is ducking you, I understand why. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna laugh.
No.
If I was him, I would
no getting it. There's no ducking it. I told him Man United would be a negative goal difference for 2 months.
Yeah.
And he told me it wouldn't be that bad.
Yeah,
this is the second month we're in.
In his defense, he has said, he has held his hands up and was like, yeah, I called this wrong. He also said 70 goals as well, but I understand your overall point. He did say
he said 77 goals. He said 77 goals.
Oh, that stream needs to be top of the case study. Side note, that stream was crazy.
Right.
That stream before the season.
I have names down. I have names down of people that were on like 83 goals, 89 goals, 86 goals, 79 goals. I have all these names down and I'm waiting because I need to ask these players. None of these guys, I barely see any of these guys in the chat, but I'm sitting down asking now. Bruno Fernandes, speaking of Manchester United, has come out now on international break and said something.
Hey, if anyone can find the actual quotes, can you put them in the comment section, please? Go on, Kideki, as you were. Just want to say about anyone.
So Bruno Fernandes was saying, and basically, what Paul Pogba said in 2018 after winning the World Cup, how can he perform like that for France and struggle at Man United? And he said, because the players that I have at France are a lot better and it's more fun playing for France than Man United. Pogba got stripped of the captain's armband and this entire fan base turned on him. If everybody remembers correctly, when David De Gea criticized the squad of Manchester United, they stripped him of the captain's armband. And when Pogba on international break,
I remember that actually. Under Oli, he said something. Yeah, you got the captaincy or vice captaincy taken.
Yeah, and when Pogba under Mourinho said that he preferred playing for France than Manchester United, he also got stripped of the captain's armband, and this entire fan base turned on him. Bruno Fernandes is coming out talking about he prefers playing for Portugal. My brother in Christ, Portugal don't like you. All right, no Portugal supporters.
Not even just that. Like, bro, why you even a talk, brother? Like, why Bruno even a talk?
Someone take the mic away from him. That's what I'm.
You realize that a big part of the reason why your team is shit is because you are shit.
But no, he has no self-awareness.
There's no self-awareness. It's like right now how I'm hearing Real Ferdinand speaking with Phil fucking Jones. Like I'm hearing Phil Jones speak. I'm like, bro, why are you speaking? Like, you don't get to dictate my time at Manchester United. Yes, I fucking can, Phil Jones. I can tell you this right now. If not for Harry Maguire, you would have been the worst centre-back signing in Manchester United history for the last 50 years. You would have been the worst centre-back we've ever signed in 50 years if it wasn't for Harry Maguire. Big man, you have more errors than good performances at Manchester United, Phil Jones. Yeah, you have more errors than success at Manchester United. You won a Premier League, not because and you had
All right.
nothing to play a part in it.
Here's what he said. You know, not
I'm not
and
hearing what you're saying.
his latest assessment of life at the embattled club. I don't think there's anything more. Surely he said more than that. That's all that's here, people. Let's see. Yeah, and the rest of it's just the journalist giving his own view on things, and like pretty much so. Like,
Yeah. And there was no mistranslation. There was no mistranslation for him. So I'm seeing a lot of the scrubs coming out here. A lot of the scrubs out here now. I'm hearing you speak, and I'm like, the one thing. If not for Jamie Carragher's personality, no one would hear him at all. Think about it. Yeah. Does anyone know what Carl Alo Risa sounds like from Liverpool? Has anyone heard him speak? Yeah.
Wait,
Paul, Carl Alo Risa, the
oh,
left
John
back.
Arisa.
Liverpool's
Okay,
it's
yeah,
John
that's a
Alo
throwback.
Risa. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a
What's
throwback.
his name again? What's that other brother's name? I'm not this.
That's what
They
it
had
is.
shit center back. They had like. Does anyone hear Mamadou Sakho speaking for Liverpool? Do you hear Mamadou Sakho coming out chatting? I don't hear no club shit player coming out chatting. So why am I hearing Phil Jones's voice talking about his time at Manchester United? My brother in Christ, you were our worst player for 10 years. Yeah? You were our worst player for 10 years. You and them, you cost us an FA Cup. Like, let's not try, like, don't try and be pretty. You cost us an FA Cup. You cost us a Carabao Cup final, Phil Jones, yeah? You cost us 2 trophies. Yeah, 2 trophies. Because of you. You derailed our season under Mourinho. You've derailed our season. In the 10 years, you've derailed our season 6 times, Phil Jones. Yeah? You single-handedly derailed our season. The only person that's performed worse than you at Man United is Maguire. Your entire career, Phil Jones, is a joke. That's the only reason why you're relevant. You need to understand that you came up publicly and declined your 10-year anniversary at Manchester United because, as you said, the only person that would show up would be your mom and dad. And I'm guarantee you right now, they wouldn't show up either.
That's crazy. That is self-awareness, though. He is fully self-aware.
You have, like Phil Jones, you and Bruno. I'm realizing that you guys have no self-awareness. Rio Ferdinand coming out. Oh yeah, I called Wayne Rooney and I spoke to him, and he was telling me about the dressing room, about Pogba and Lingard dancing. Rooney said it's not just them. There's other players. Okay, so why did you highlight Pogba and Lingard then? Because those are the players you have an issue with. Those are the players you guys have an issue with. So, Rio Ferdinand, you're admitting now that the leaks that are coming out of Man United are from you guys. You just admitted that. Oh yeah, we spoke with some Man United players. We spoke with like Rooney when he was at the club to get information. We spoke to Lingard. We spoke to Dean Henderson and Phil Jones because Phil Jones have come out and admitted that a lot of people used to call him and ask about the club. What's going on? Okay, so you're admitting that you were a leak.
I can't find these quotes. What's going on? Carry on.
Yeah? So I'm listening to everything that's going on at Manchester United now. Yeah? Listening to all the trash coming out now, trying to tell us that, yo, the mentality when Fergie was there. Phil Jones, you are one of the worst signings Ferguson has ever made. And I've seen Bebe, fam. I've seen Dion Dublin. You are the worst signing Ferguson has ever made. In his entire Man United career, you are the worst signing. Why are you speaking? I won a Premier League. Man United would have won that Premier League without you. If Ferguson put his wife as a backup centre back, we'd have still won the league. And I'm guaranteeing you his wife would have done better than you.
Man, allow Phil Jones, man.
No, I'm not allowing him, fam. I'm not allowing him. Shut up, man. Shut up. I don't, fam. I don't need to hear a brother that's cost the club 3 trophies coming out here trying to talk about you don't get to dictate my time. I get to dictate your time at Manchester United, Phil Jones. I watched you play. Yeah? I watched you cost us in the Burnley game. We lost 2-0. I watched you against Chelsea where you cost us in the final. I watched you when we played Barcelona in a Champions League quarterfinal. You freaking cost us. You've cost us games. And the worst thing about it, you want to know who got blamed for your errors? Pogba. Yeah? Pogba was out here against Rakitic, Iniesta, and Busquets. And you were out here trying
Big
to
up Lewis.
Berba
Love
spin
him.
Messi. Like,
Every time.
let's try and skip past that. Phil Jones was trying to Berba spin Messi out here. This man was trying to Berba spin MSN. Lost the ball and we conceded.
Yeah,
And
he was
everyone
very
started to,
good.
and everyone was out here trying to tell me now. Pogba should be doing more. I am sorry. What is Pogba supposed to do against?
Did he play in that
What?
game?
Yes, he did. It was
Was it? All right, so that's
no, no Champions League quarterfinal against Barcelona.
As you were.
With Barcelona. So
Yeah.
I'm looking at it and I'm like, yo, your entire career banked on because you got co-signed by Ferguson. You and Scott McTominay. Because if you guys never said you wanted to leave Manchester United, you'd still be playing at Man United to this day. Think about it. If these mans never came out and said, yo, we want to leave Man United, you would have never have left. You were a worse signing. How did you get more contracts at Man United than Pogba? How did you, in your entire 10 years here, you've been given 4 contracts at Manchester United. In 10 years, you got 4 contracts. Pogba has never been offered a contract at Manchester United, bar after he signed for the club. He was never offered another contract. You got given 4 contracts for costing us in 4 freaking games.
Big up.
You cost us 3 cups. You cost us 3 cups and a league. 3 cups and a league, and you were rewarded with 4 contracts. Pogba won us the Europa League, won us the Carabao Cup, took us to 2nd in the Premier League, when God rightly so we should have never have even made it that far under Mourinho. And what did he get? He got abuse. You're around here trying to talk about the fam. If Eric Bailly performed anywhere like you, Phil Jones, I can't say what this fan base would have done to Eric Bailly if he performed like you. I can't even say what would have happened. You, Luke Shaw, Harry Maguire are the 3. You guys are the 3 stooges. That's what you mans are. You're dumb and dumber.
First, hey Lewis, man, hope you're blessed. Hope you're blessed, Lewis, man. Vibing, bro. Hope all is well. Big up, man. You lot make sure you subscribe to Lewis's channel, man. You already know.
Yeah. And then I'm looking at it now. What? I'm sick of hearing it. I'm tired of hearing it. People, stop trying to tell me what Bruno Fernandes done for Portugal. Please stop trying stop using that argument.
Yeah, I hear that. We ain't doing that. Actually, that being said, though, Kideki, thoughts on Ten Hag still being here. We ain't even going into it. Thoughts on him still being here.
Thoughts on Ten Hag still being here. I told you he'd still be here.
No one in the chat. He's just saying in general. He's just saying in general.
Yeah, I knew he would still be here because this ownership has already showed me from the beginning the same word I used to describe them: incompetent nitwits enjoying our suffering. The main highlighted word in that name is incompetent. That's the word even you've been using consistently for the past 2 weeks. Incompetent, incompetent, incompetent. I want to play possession-based football, Thomas Tuchel. Where in Thomas Tuchel do you see possession-based football? He never played it at Dortmund. He never played it at PSG. He never played it at Chelsea. He never played it at Bayern. Why are you going after Thomas Tuchel for possession-based football? Hansi Flick was available. You didn't go after him. Hoynes was available. You didn't go after Hoynes. You never went after De Zerbi, who plays possession-based football. You didn't go after Almarim. You didn't go after Pierre Sage. You didn't go after the Olympic Lyon manager. You didn't go after what's that other manager's name again? Shit. You guys even had a chance to go after Schlutt. You didn't do any of this. You didn't go after any of this. You're like, it's Tuchel or bust. Really? Thomas Tuchel. Thomas Tuchel. Thomas Tuchel won a Champions League, so did Di Matteo. Yeah? So did Di Matteo. I don't give a shit about Tuchel and Mbandulu Champions League. Because if Chelsea play that Champions League then 9 more times, they don't win it. If Chelsea was to replay that Champions League against Manchester City 9 more times, they would never win it.
So let me ask you, because you did call this and you said he wouldn't be sacked. When do you see him being sacked? Did you say December? Or am I mistaken? I could be wrong.
Yeah, I said December.
You said
I
December.
said December.
Okay.
When it's crunch time and we have to play Manchester City and all those fixtures are coming thick and fast. That's when he's going to get.
I'll tell you the December run now. Let me just pull it up. 1 second. I'll tell you right now. Hold up. Where's our fixtures? So this is the December run. So 1st of December, Everton at home. 3rd of December, Arsenal away. 7th of December, Nottingham Forest at home. 12th of December, Victoria P away. 14th of December, City away. That could change though in regards because it's a Manchester derby that's not going to be 3 p.m. They'll move that. Whether it's early or later, they'll move that. Might even move it to the Sunday. 21st of December, Bournemouth at home. 26th of December, Boxing Day game, Wolves away. 29th of December, Newcastle at home. And then a nice trip to Anfield on the 4th of January.
Yes.
Yeah.
He's not surviving that because in my words to Saeed that I said, one, you have Baba Tunde in goal. Your entire defense has the knee ligaments of freaking parsnips.
I'm guessing. Let me correct if I'm wrong. You saying after the City game away? Is that what you reckon it'll be done?
No, I'm saying after December itself. Just after those fixtures. They're going to. It's do or die. That's do or die for him there. That's do or die because January is when you start going into the financial season now. The end of the financial year. January is coming close to the end of the financial year.
Okay.
So that's what I'm saying. December is where it's do or die for him. So it's not do or die, it's dying.
Yeah, I don't see them. Yeah, imagine giving an interim the first job away at Liverpool. I don't see that happening.
Exactly.
I don't see that happening. Like I said, I can see if it's this. Actually, I tell a lie with these. Like who knows? They've shown their.
Well, to be fair, the Glazers did give Carrick. What was it? Arsenal and Chelsea.
But I can't remember. But I don't think it was it Arsenal and Chelsea away?
I think it was Arsenal and Chelsea. We beat Chelsea and we drew to Arsenal.
Yeah, but what his first game away wasn't at the Emirates or the Bridge, was it? It would have been someone in front.
I think it was. I actually think it was. We'd have to go through.
Hey, chat, let me know.
I think his first game was away. Was it away at the Emirates or was it at Old Trafford? I'm trying to remember, but I think it was. I know the Chelsea game was Old Trafford. The Chelsea game was Old Trafford, but he had Arsenal and Chelsea.
Well, he would have had them in there. I don't see them making a change and giving an interim. That first job is away at Anfield. I'm just so glad.
I think it's unfair right now because everyone is like, give it to Rude. I'm not thinking Rude Van Nistelrooy like this. I'm not thinking Rude Van Nistelrooy like this.
Job to Rude for an interim is because it's like you're in a no lose situation, in my opinion, if you give him the job as to the end of the season. That's
it's a no lose to them, but to Rude.
Nah, to Rude, I'm saying no, forget all that. I'm saying to Rude himself. I think like as an interim.
Okay.
Let's say he gets the interim job and it goes terrible. Everyone will go, he took over a terrible team in a terrible
team at a terrible time.
Yeah,
but I don't think Rude himself would be happy with that.
Nah,
I don't think Rude himself would be happy with that.
I think Rude
would be looking at it.
Yeah, I think any interim would do okay. Just to lift them.
Yeah, because
be fine. Just to lift
because what is it?
Having no coach would do
because I've seen animal biscuits. As I said, I've seen animal biscuits that are stronger than Manchester United's defense ligaments. I told you Mazuari would end up being out. I said about De Ligt, warning about his injuries. I said about Lisandro Martinez and his injuries.
Wait. Is De Ligt injured?
No, he's not injured, but he had a hamstring situation for Netherlands because Van Dijk came off with I think he pulled something. Correct. If the chat can correct me, he came on and immediately after 10 minutes he started limping as well. So I'm like, damn.
I got sent off in the First Nation Leagues game.
Yeah. So I'm looking at the league. I'm like, your entire back line is a hospital ward waiting to happen. You don't have a midfield. I remember I said that on Saeed's stream. Everyone was going at me. What do you mean you don't have a midfield? Yeah, you're literally riding your entire season on Kobe Mino. Look at Kobe Mino right now. Yeah, I'm seeing a lot of Man United fan channels and a lot of people coming out saying right now that we really need to try and sign back Pogba. No, Man United does not need to sign back Paul Pogba. We don't need Paul Pogba. Yeah, you have Bruno Fernandes. You don't need Paul Pogba. Leave the guy alone. Leave him alone. Yeah, he's a drug addict and he can't stay fit. Let's use
That's
what the
crazy.
Manchester Evening News call him. Let's
This
use
guy
that.
is
He's a
crazy.
drug addict. He's a drug addict and can't stay fit. We don't need Paul Pogba. Leave that brother alone. Let's look at your midfield. Bruno Fernandes has been shit for 3 years. I'm tired of hearing people trying to tell me, oh, Bruno Fernandes has been bad for a few games. It's 3 years. Bruno Fernandes has been bad for 3 years. Stop telling me about his overall performance. I care about the Premier League, people. That is the meat and potatoes. That's the be all and end all. The Premier League. I don't care about Bruno's goal contribution in the Mickey Mouse Clubhouse Cup. I don't care. I care about the Premier League. That is what I care about. Yeah? That's what I care about. He's not on a 4-month ban. He's going to be back in March. King.
Yeah, be back. Yeah, King's been. Yeah, he's back.
He's going to be back in March. I don't care. When you hear Arsenal fans talk about Thierry Henry, I don't hear anybody telling me about Thierry Henry's performance in the freaking in the League Cup. It's Thierry Henry in the Premier League. Liverpool fans, when they talk about Mo Salah, I don't hear about Mo Salah in the FA Cup. It's Mo Salah in the Premier League. It's Hazard in the Premier League. It's Kevin De Bruyne in the Premier League. It's Mesut Ozil in the Premier League. When you talk about players, you talk about them. How do they perform in the league? I don't care about Bruno Fernandes' overall game. What do you do in the Premier League? In the Premier League, and so far Bruno Fernandes has done nothing in the Premier League. You've been here 4 years, and you've only hit double digits in assists once. You're the attacking midfielder. You are literally the attacking midfielder. You've been here 4 years. You've played 130 Premier League games, and you've only hit 10 assists once. As an attacking 10, that don't make no sense. And you can't blame the players. So you had Edison Cavani, you've had Odion Ighalo, you've had Mason Greenwood, you've had Cristiano Ronaldo. And you failed to hit 10 assists for 3 straight years. You failed to hit 10 assists for 3 straight years with that. Weghorst, Ronaldo, Ighalo, Martial, Cavani. And Mason Greenwood and Marcus Rashford, Jadon Sancho and Anthony Langa. Listen to these names. And you failed to hit 10 assists with that. You failed.
Yeah, he sucks. Let me get to this, yo. Hey, big up Casually, big up Marshall every single time. Big up for the raid. Everyone who's joined over from the raid, run up the likes, hit the subscribe button, you already know, and you make sure you subscribe to Casually FC. The link's underneath in the description, not just on this live stream, all my live streams. So big up to Marshall every single time as well. In regards to Ineos, spoken on it many a time, just over this international period, spoke about it from the start, from before they got here. Didn't want them, and it's proving me right in regards to why I didn't want them.
Didn't want them at all.
Why I didn't think they was going to do the business. The fact that people backed it, it was just plain hopium, because there was
nothing but a bunch of
just hope.
As you brought it up, it's nothing but a bunch of xenophobic people that believe they are on a higher moral ground than anyone else. Oh yeah, it's a local lad born in Manchester. He wants to be he tried to buy Barcelona and they told him to F off. He tried to buy Chelsea on multiple occasions and they told him to F off. He has a Chelsea. He held a Chelsea season ticket for over 10 years. Over 10 years. Yeah? Just remember that. He tried to buy shares in AC Milan and they turned him down.
Big up, Jim.
Every single one of the clubs that he's managed or that he owns right now are mid-table.
Facts.
Every single club that he owns
apart from the Swiss side, who are bottom 3.
Yeah.
That
makes it even worse. Every side that Ineos touch become mid-table to relegation fodder. Let's not forget, this man had Nice. This man had Nice in the relegation spot in the League One for 4 months.
Facts.
Let's not forget that.
Oh my brother.
Well, we'll go to you, Lex, before we move on from this thoughts on everything we've been talking about.
Any hoes Yeah, man. Listen, I didn't even see this coming.
Talk about it.
This is failure beyond the proportion. Yo, listen.
Come on.
I've never seen failure like this.
Talk about it, fam.
Never. You know what I mean? Never.
Hey, I'm listening.
So what the future? What the future for United?
Bleak.
What the future?
2028, man. Is that what they said? Is it
So what happened?
2028 or 2030?
There's no future.
So if him draw the next 2 games, I want him in or him out.
Who knows?
He stays.
I don't know.
I hear the man them argue and I say, me like tying them and I say, well, you know, we have a good, decent run of fixtures coming up and they're easy teams to beat, so hopefully him can bounce back. Like, bro,
Ty is the same brother that told us that we put 7 past Barnsley. We should be happy. Ty is the same person that said this.
You have a manager for do what exactly? For draw games? To keep him in? Them I say, oh, let's give him at the start of the season. The man them say, oh, let's give him 10 games. And then I say, well, you know, it's like a reset. It's like a new season. Like him just get hired because you know the new ownership and the new this and that. What? That's like saying a girl can reset her virginity, bro. No, it
you listen. I talk about born again virgin.
You already got fucked. It cannot happen. So with Ten Hag, you're already getting fucked. You cannot go back to square one and start over. Bro, it's not even my team, and it didn't even get fired, because what this is doing is this is setting a precedent where teams can look at this as an example and say, wait, so Manchester United manipulates them fans so much, and the fans still buy off of the shop, and the fans still do this, and the fans still do that. So then me must can do that too. So then the next team going catch that because the next team going running and say, well, just like what them do with Arteta, him should have get sacked long time.
Facts.
Him should have get sacked long time.
Agreed. I've said this.
Because what is it about? Getting over the line. Why wanna continuously cuss and jeer Tottenham? Because even when they went to a cup final, they fired the cup manager and send him in with Ryan Mason. Send them in with Ryan Mason. You get me? But essentially, it's the same thing that happened with Duno. It's the same thing that happened with Manchester United. All right, for instance, okay, he won 2 cups. Bro, I've seen managers win leagues and win Champions Leagues and get fired.
Exactly.
So where is, for United fans, where is the standard? For any of us, where is the
standard?
There is no standard for them.
There's no standard, brother.
There is no one.
Because at this point in time, if you man can come in, you man are old man. You man are young. It's not like on 20 years old, so used to the mediocrity. You man have seen what United have been. And you can't even make a simple, you fire everybody, but you cannot make a simple change in the manager. What are you seeing that I'm not seeing?
The FA Cup and the Carabao Cup. That's just what you're seeing.
No, Kaneki, why? You know why we know it's not the FA Cup and Carabao Cup? Because they tried to replace him in the summer. So it's not.
Yeah, they did.
It's not. So we know. That's why I've been saying this all over this 2-week period, talking about this more. When people have said, "Oh, it's because of the FA Cup and League." No, it's not, because they tried to replace him in the summer, which lets us know they don't think he's good enough. So why he's still here is just complete incompetence.
Hey, maybe it's just a payback to the fans who send letters, brother. I don't know.
They just very bad at it, because they even pay no attention to that. They're just very bad at their job. That's all.
They're bad. When everybody was hyping it,
they just awful at what they do. But just because we're seeing it on a grand scale, because it's Manchester United Football Club, it's being spoken about more. But like I say, there's no reasonable logic. There's no sensible thinking behind it. They are just awful at what they
do.
They're just dreadful.
Because when everyone was hyping, look at the people they're hiring, and like, congratulations, you just bought a mechanic shop. You're now buying mechanics. That's not something to be praised. You're supposed to do that.
Yeah, that's it, yo.
Oh, we bought a football director. You
just bought a restaurant. I'm hiring chefs. Yeah, you're supposed to hire chefs.
You're supposed to hire chefs.
Hiring waiters. Yeah, makes sense. Yes, you know what I'm saying.
What was it Saeed said?
Yes.
Why is I said they turn on the light, they put on the gas and turn on the lights.
It's Musa who said that.
Yeah?
They put on gas and electric. Yeah.
Like you bought an apartment, you hooked up, you got them to put on the lights and put on the gas. Congratulations, you're supposed to do that.
Does
The
it?
reason, remember me saying it when I'm like, congratulations, Ineos are doing exactly the same thing that Sheikh Jassim said he would have done.
Legit, yo,
We bought
that man literally bought, like you said, man, bought a car shop and hired mechanics.
like, and everybody's know like, yo, I got pranked, and I'm like, no, you guys just don't know how to think. Like,
Nah, people
complete.
let their emotions cloud their logic. That's what
Fam,
happened.
do you know what it is? I'm trying to explain what a red flag look like to someone with rose tinted glasses. That's what it is.
That's it.
I'm trying to explain red flags to someone that's colorblind.
And yeah, no, you're trying to explain it, and it's colored red. You know what I'm saying? They got
Yeah,
red
it's
tint,
colored
they got
red.
red shade, they got red shade on the glasses, and you're trying to tell them about the red flags, and they got the glasses,
Yeah,
and they can't see the
like-
red flag. They
like-
really can't see the red flag. You did,
like, you can't.
You tried. The thing is, Kaneki, you tried to tell people. Black Diamond tried to tell people. Nuruddin tried to tell people. I tried to tell people. They was not hearing it.
No,
They was not
And
hearing it, yo. They was
all
not
they were
hearing
too
it.
busy with is going at us. I remember that. I remember the channel because I was on. Was I on the channel as well when we were talking about it? And all the comments were just like, I don't want Man United to be owned by a state. How can you be I remember someone personally told you this yourself, because I remember you reading it. How can you call yourself a Man United fan and you want Man United to be owned by that state that funds kidnapping? And I'm like, and you ask them, do you have any evidence of Qatar funding kidnappings? And they never responded back.
Yeah, because
Like,
that's
you're
what
like,
they always do.
you know,
People just be
you're like
talking
blood money. And I'm like,
just a bunch of
Some-
fucking idiots, brother. Them just hear something and them just run with it. Like, you can't
Yeah.
just
That
trust
is what it
everybody to,
is.
like, if somebody turn up at your door, knock on it and say, your mother said I should come inside, you gonna let them in?
Facts. No.
So
Actually,
why the
some of these
fuck
That's
idiots, no,
what
I'm
it
gonna
is.
lie. Some of these idiots would.
Some of these fucking idiots would.
Some of
would.
these
Like,
people would.
bro, at some point, because look, I thought they would at least be decent. They would at least, because remember what I was saying it, Manchester United are now doing things that other clubs are doing.
Yeah.
Like the Brentford, I mean the Brightons and Liverpools and stuff, them having people who in positions to make decisions. Unfortunately for you, man, they haven't been making the right decisions. And the owner, the 25% owner, comes out and says, well, he doesn't make those decisions. Then why are you a part owner? If you cannot make this decision, you're telling me as the part owner, if your desire is that Manchester United should fire their manager, you cannot go in there and tell them, say, yo, fire the man. You can't do that.
Try to bypass it because he said he's hired people and designated them to do that, which he has. But can he be involved in that? Yeah, of course he could. He's just trying to skip the question. That's what
Yeah, he's dodging the question.
Trying to avoid the question. He doesn't want to say, of course, because like he said, I've hired people who are designated in those roles to do that. But if let's say whenever Ten Hag is sacked, will he be involved? Absolutely, you'll be there.
Yeah,
Like you're not going to be there. You'll be there. 100%.
What was it that you said, Flawless? When you were like, everyone was hyping the transfer window, and you're like, no, they did what they're supposed to do. You got rid of the players that were supposed to be gotten rid of, and you bought the players that you deemed necessary for the club to buy. You're doing the basics. You literally said this, Flawless. They're doing the basics.
You man said Indians have like about 4 other teams in it, or 3 other teams.
Yeah, 3 other teams. I think 2
3
other
other
teams.
teams.
Do you think
Switzerland, Africa, and the team in France and Nice? 3.
I think therein lies the possibility that either these men don't want to use the funding, or the Glazers don't necessarily allow them the same amount of money that they had. You know, the access where Glazers would have to the Glazers money. Now that you have some new man coming, like for instance, if you have a house and you rent it to people, them have some part ownership, but certain things you have to fund. So for instance, if them say the AC not working, you can make the decision to get a top technician or a shit technician. And then you say you go pay say $10 instead of paying $100. And that man's going to come and do a little half job, make sure it running, but him not going to actually do what is required. And that is quite possibly what Ineos did with, I mean, the Glazers did with Ineos. Or you man can forward and do a job, willing for work under us, despite seeing what we've been like for the past X amount of years. Hey, fine, no problem. Forward, but bear in mind, we used to spend hundreds of millions. You won't have hundreds of millions. You'll have to actually find some money out of your pocket as well for actually do certain things, to pay the utilities, to pay this and for pay that. Can you do it? Are you equipped to do it? So in this point in time, these men have come in, spent billions, and it is so baffling to me that at this current juncture, they, despite having a sizable amount of investment in this team, just cannot make the decision to sack Ten Hag. How many games? What are you waiting on?
It is nothing to wait for. Again, it's incompetence.
There's nothing to wait for. Lex, I've said it before that
so
you can't be 25% pregnant. You can't. Either you're pregnant, you're not pregnant. You can't own 25% of a car. You can't own 25% of a house. I've said it before. No matter what they want to do, the people with the bigger share have more talk over them.
As for the review thing, is this review thing about reviewing employees, or is it reviewing Ineos? That is also
it's reviewing Ineos. That's what it is. It's a financial review.
Instance, is it a case where the Glazers can look at the situation and decide for themselves that they're going to reclaim their 25%?
That depends on the deal.
Ineos isn't doing an accurate job. Because to be honest with you, I'll be really honest with you, Glazers with the flipping finance man, them were doing a better job, lad. This brother would have get sacked a long time ago. United barely let the whole entire fan base turn, and even when the entire fan base turned, that man get fired. Essentially, but like probably 90% of the fan base has turned, and this man's still there.
Absolutely, because again, these men are just. It comes down to the same thing I always say, man: incompetence and just not very good at their job. And this is why I didn't want them in the first place. And it's proving me like right at every turn. It's proving me right at every turn.
Everybody has gotten worse.
Yes.
You get me? Minor worse.
Yeah, everybody.
Everyone's regressed. Worse.
Everybody's regressed. There's no one you point to and go,
when they come in, they look at them and they come in, look good for 2 games, and then just fall into the shit pit.
That's it. And even on the review thing, like the meeting, yes, it is a monthly meeting. However, we know that was discussed. There's no way that wasn't discussed. They'll come out and stand 10 toes down, like we've seen the board do before, like we've seen many other boards, and go, all right, we're keeping this manager. It's just this wall of silence. Cowards. Cowards. Because they messed up. And in regards to keeping him, and now they don't want to come out and say, oh, we messed up. And then the fact that they've already shown their incompetence and their inability to go and replace him once. So is it likely that they're having that issue now? Yes. Because now it's more things. It's like, oh, do we get an interim? Or do we get the permanent manager now? Do we bring in the interim, then try and go get a permanent manager in the summer? You've already shown that you've messed up something much simpler. Now it's more complex. It shouldn't be complex, but it's complex for you. It shouldn't be complex for a for a competent unit, but you've shown you're an incompetent unit. I'm saying you've already shown you're very foolish. So this is now difficult. This is easy for anyone else. Okay, that he can do it. That is really easy to figure out what to do. Sack him, bring in the interim, and then you have ample time to go and select the manager for the future. But we already seen how you did last summer when you then, all right, we're not gonna sack Ten Hag, but then we're gonna talk to Tuchel, but then that's gonna fall through. We're not gonna get a manager, then we're gonna keep this manager even though we don't like him. None of that makes sense. You had ample opportunity. What was you reviewing for so long? You took over in February. What was you waiting for? Again, incompetent. Like how I know it's not even the FA Cup excuse. Again, because they tried to sack him after getting the FA Cup. So it wasn't, he won the FA Cup, that changed their mind. That just shows how bad they were. They're just bad at planning. They're just bad at everything. They're just bad across the board. And there's no reason behind it. Hey.
People that has a previous rap sheet that showed you that they're horrible at running a club. You gave them one of the biggest clubs in the world to run. Why did you think it would get better? If I have driven 3 cars and I crashed 3 cars, why are you giving me your car?
Exactly.
Huh?
Exactly.
3 cars. I've crashed 3 cars. Why are you giving me your car?
It's the car's fault. That's what it is. It's the car's fault.
You're right. You know, it is the car's fault.
I'm saying it's because it's not a manual and you need automatic. Yeah, that's what it is, and it's other driver's fault. And you're not used to driving like this and all this type of stuff. Yeah, that's what it is. Again, just accountability. Something that people just don't want to hold them accountable. Because the craziest part is if the Glazers did what Ineos have done from their beginning, we would have slaughtered them, and rightfully so. But because it was Ineos, people let it slide. Fuck all that. I ain't with all that shit. I view it exactly for what it's for. I viewed Ineos. I had my thoughts on them and I expressed these before they took over, when they took over, and all during their period up until now. And people made excuses after excuses after excuses for them from February. I heard it all. I'm saying, they've just got here. What does it mean you just got here? You can still implement things. They can't sack a manager after a cup. Why can't you sack a manager? The list goes on and on. All these excuses. Again, just because people wanted to believe they were different, they're just as incompetent as the Glazers. I look at them as Glazers 2.0. The same. You don't want what's best for the football club. You've shown that. You don't want what's best for the football club. You really don't. Even hiring Tuchel, you mentioned it earlier. The fact that Tuchel was first option is a problem. Because you said possession-based football. But then you interview Thomas Tuchel, and that's a Glazerish appointment. They would go and get Tuchel, who, if he doesn't go England, will probably go and get once this manager's sacked. Whenever this manager's sacked, who knows? He might make it to the end of the season with these lot. We might have to legit be in a genuine relegation battle with 5-6 games to go for them to pull the plug. Like we're 4 or 5 points above the relegation zone. Game week 32,
4
teams. And they're
4
like,
teams in Europe's top 11, in the top 5 leagues in Europe. 4 teams have performed worse than Man United.
No,
4
get it right, man.
teams.
There's only 4 teams who have scored less goals than us across the top 5 European
4
leagues.
teams that have scored less goals than us. 4 teams.
Palace being one. I can't remember the other 3, but I quote tweeted the
bunch
tweet.
of shit teams, bro.
Yeah, I quote tweeted the tweet and laughed and was like, "This is the team that was going to score. This is the team that was going to
89 goals,
85, 88, 90." Yeah, sure. Absolute joke thing. But hey, before we close out,
lucky for the score,
the likes. Facts at this rate, because we score less than a goal a game. At this rate, Sheik was right when he said 40. I thought he was mistaken.
Shout out to the guy that said it himself. We're going to have less goals than WWE as WrestleManias.
It might be a thing.
I still remember. I hold that quote to now. Man United would have scored less goals than WWE as WrestleManias. Man said we're probably going to have less goals than there are Super Bowls.
But 100 likes, people, get us there, man. We're literally just 12 short. Quickly before we close out, obviously Liverpool on the other end of things going very, very well. Just a blip against Forest over the net. Won all their games, played, been very impressive. Top of the table by a point, above City, above Arsenal. Thoughts on the season, Lex? Still the same as what you was thinking beforehand in regards to goals and aims, etc. with Liverpool, because you are performing at a very, very good level.
Yeah, brother. At this point in time, it's just about a watch and see, really. Watch and see what happens. Watch and see. All right, when we have certain challenges, all right, how we perform against the bigger teams. All right, you get me. Certain little variables. We're better at breaking down low blocks. Still not where we need to be, but we're still better. Slaughter's come in and essentially elevated a few players now. So far, we haven't really had any serious injuries to any of our key players, so that's a plus. But there are a lot of variables that have to go into a long season. And as the season goes on, we just have to watch and see, because we know that FSG has not essentially backed the manager to the level that they should have. And I'm guessing that they were waiting on, as I said before, they don't usually back the manager initially. It usually takes, all right, what can you do with what we have right now? Which, to be honest with you, is way better than what Klopp started with. So I can't even bash it too tough, but there needs to be stepping stones. There needs to be an elevation. So for instance, in January, after playing this first half of the season, in January, whatever slot needs, get it. Because we know you have the money because you have not been spending. So just spend the fucking money. Just spend it. You bid for Caicedo, you try to spend all of these exorbitant amount of fees, you don't spend it, you spend a 15 mil here, you spend a 12 mil on fucking Endo. All right, wonderful. Now, January, if it is possible, drop a 60, 50, 80, depending on who it is.
Yeah.
If Slot say, yo, this is my baller and I need him, then run it. You get me? Because therein lies the possibility that we have holes. It's not like we're absent of holes. It's just that he has patched whatever holes we have pretty well with players that we currently have. No. For this second half of the first half of the season, we now need to keep a respectable run of games, no big drop off, no losing 5 in a row or some fucking bullshit. Yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Slot, don't transform into Eric Ten Hag, please. Even though right now you're breaking the right records. You get me? So keep on going along, because he has a pretty good system. It's just that you at this point in time with good systems, it takes teams a while to figure it out. But they will eventually figure it out.
Yeah, that's when
they will eventually start to play counter to our strengths. They'll find our weaknesses. So right now, teams play us and it's like, what's this new Liverpool? Oh, yes, let's press Gravenberch. But wait, since we start press Gravenberch, the centre back start played out to the wings. But wait, that never worked. But now the right back start to underlap and then this and that. There are a lot of variables to the Slot system, and the longer it takes teams to find it out, is the longer we can get out with a whole heap of bullshit. But because it's not like we've played significantly great for the entirety of the season. No, we just have performed in a way. So for instance, it's not like our players don't lose the ball in the midfield like Casemiro and Mino. It's just that we have a structure that's there to cover for shit like that. So when a man lose the ball and we get countered and then him get a shot, then it's our player on the ball. We're getting to the second chances. We're getting to the second balls. Why for that? Apart from the Nottingham Forest game, which is what I tell you, man. You know, Espirito, he set up his team in a way where they just got to everything before us, essentially, and we're able to withhold or withstand or attack. But then I guess you went to the drawing board and we kept on performing. My thing is this: like, whenever we can win One Love games, tell me who win One Love games? Crystal Palace the other day? Crystal Palace when entered the bag of fuckery.
Yeah, it was Palace. Yeah.
Tell me Kaneki and Flawless on the club. Do we lose that game?
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, I think I'd say you definitely don't win it. You definitely don't win it. I say that much.
100%.
You would know they would have lost.
Yeah,
they would have lost it.
I say that much.
They don't win it. That's a loss. That would have been a cement 2-0 lose on the clock. Straight 2-0 loss.
Get me? So that's the thing, brother. That's the thing. No, right now we're gonna play Chelsea. We'll play Chelsea weekend, right? That's who we're play.
This the weekend. Yeah. Sunday. Yeah. You play Chelsea.
We need to beat them. We need to beat them. I think it's quite possibly gonna be a draw.
It's gonna be a good game.
But
I'm looking forward to that shit.
But we need to win. If we can win that, if we can go face City and actually beat them and beat Arsenal, like if we can just win these games and just keep winning, which is quite possibly very impossible. But if we can, then bro, that's all the indication I need. Yeah, because the start so far is tantamount to like the greatest start like you could possibly hope for when you just get a new manager. As a top team, just getting a new manager with no reinforcements in the summer but Chiesa, like you can't really complain at this point in time. But it has to continue. And even if we have a little drop off, for instance, we have the Nottingham drop off, we'll bounce back. We have this drop off, we'll bounce back. And we have to keep bouncing back. All these people always have these conversations about the contracts and the this and no. Fuck all of that. Fuck all of that. I don't care.
Yeah, my whole issue with you guys is just Klopp doing that stupid. If Flood doing the same stupidness that he did at Foreignoid, you see, at least you guys have admitted to seeing it, of how he's trying to kill games off in the first half. so he can rest his team, so he can rest some certain players. In the Crystal Palace game, he did it,
Mm.
and it almost cost you. It did
Mm.
almost cost you.
Mm.
I don't. I understand why he's doing it. Okay, I understand why he's doing it because he doesn't really have the team to can say, I have the luxury to can keep playing my strongest team because I have substantial substitutes. But how Liverpool is playing right now is the same way I said Liverpool was going to play in February. This is what I said would happen.
Mm.
It's just that some players are for you guys are impressing me more than I thought they would have. They would have. And players that I said would be what would be class for you now are starting to come back from injuries. So it's just time to see how they can blend in, like Curtis Jones and Harvey Elliott. I've yet to
Yeah.
see them play fully fit in this Liverpool system, and they will
Yeah.
bolster your team a lot better. They
Yeah.
will.
Facts.
So how I'm looking at it,
When name Elliot instead of Szoboszlai will make a big difference, I think.
yeah. So how I'm looking at it now with Liverpool and how Schlutt is doing it right now, I'm not going to hype Liverpool up and say you guys can win the league because we
Yeah.
all see the weakness in their squad. We all see the weakness in their squad,
I
and we
mean,
all know that they're. It's not a glaring weakness you
we have
can
a better
say.
chance. We have a better chance than Arsenal.
No, you guys do know. Okay, that's fair to say, but it's
And
not on the level of saying.
If Arsenal fans can rejoice, maybe I should be delusional and rejoice too, and say the same bullshit in it.
Yeah, so it's not a case of it's Liverpool has so much weakness in their team, and it's not really that big of an issue with Liverpool.
Mm.
It's just you can glaringly see the problem. They need a holding midfielder, they need a centre back, they need a left back, and they need a striker. That's basically it with them and how they're going to play.
Mm.
For I want to say you guys are going to need a goalkeeper as well, but as I said, that you guys would know more than me. You guys would know more than me, so I can't really come out and chat and start chatting shit. So
Yeah.
things I don't know fully in depth on, because as I said, I never knew McAllister would end up looking this good at Liverpool. But Liverpool fans, both Lex and in the comments, have said, no, this McAllister has been like this, and he can get better. My level of McAllister, I've never expected him to play like this. How Liverpool's playing now is how I expected them to
No,
play.
you probably never expect him to play like this in the six alongside
Yeah,
thing
that
there,
is
but
true. I never had him playing
yeah,
there.
I think he would be playing better actually. But
So,
he's way more sound defensively than I realized, to be honest with you.
and what I'm hearing from a lot of Liverpool fans, including Hussam now, everyone has seen what Slut's doing now, and every Liverpool fan can say it. If we say Liverpool end up finishing second this season and by 4 points, you can't blame Schlutt. If Liverpool end this season finishing second, 4 points off top of the league, Liverpool fans can't blame Schlutt. But they can be upset with him. Like I raise my hand. You can be upset with him, but you can't blame him for being the reason why you guys never potentially won the league.
Yeah, exactly.
Because what's going on right now, this is the best opportunity for anybody to try and win the Premier League. City is not as strong as they used to be. Arsenal are a joke. Chelsea's rebuilding. Fuck knows what's wrong with Manchester United. Spurs are Spurs. Like your only threat realistically is Manchester City. That's literally your only threat. This is literally it's a two-horse race right now to the Premier League. You versus Manchester City. That's it. That's theoretically it. I can't, because everyone is saying, how can I say this about Arsenal? If I gave Arsenal a gun and told them all you have to do is to shoot City and you win the league, I can 1000% guarantee you Arsenal will shoot themselves.
Yeah, them are gonna say,
Just
but
they
we
just
have so much
accidentally
to be
shoot themselves.
grateful. Them would have said we have so much to be grateful for City for. Why should we shoot them? Yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah, because let's be real. By Manchester City the last 2 years, who has Arsenal really fought to win the league? Who has Arsenal really fought to win the league? Let's be real. By Manchester City, who was a threat to Arsenal to win the league?
Yeah, you right.
It's literally this is no big competition anymore. This isn't Liverpool versus Man United versus Chelsea versus Arsenal. This isn't like that anymore. It's literally just Manchester City. It's literally just Manchester City. Manchester City do slip up. Everyone here has seen it. Liverpool right now, how Liverpool are playing right now.
Barnes, we gonna get to this. Don't worry, my don, man. We gonna get to this, my brother, man. We gonna get to this. We gonna get to this, Barnes, man. Nah. We gonna get to this. I'm gonna shout you after this stream anyway, Barnes. But yes,
all right,
we are definitely gonna. He says we win in the league, Lex. Yes, flawless. I've said it from summer. Love this Barnes, man.
Yeah.
Shout out
So
to
the
Beijing
reason,
Red TV.
and it's the reason why I mock Arsenal for it, because I'm like, you guys are trying to make it sound like there's this big injustice, and I'm like, you're not going up against Manchester City, Manchester United, and Chelsea for the Premier League. You're just going up against Manchester City. Listen to how you're complaining. When Liverpool were trying to win the league, we were somewhat decent. Man United were still somewhat decent when Liverpool was challenging Manchester City for the league. Yeah, Spurs were still a threat. Granted, they're shit, but Spurs were a nuisance. Yeah, Toby Alderweireld and Vertonghen and these mans. Think about it. Like you're trying to challenge for the league, and you go.
I said that with so much vim, yo. That is crazy. Yo. I can't carry on, man.
Yeah, like you're here trying to challenge for the Premier League, and then you have to go to what was it? Where were they? Where it's not White Hart League. Where were they?
Who?
Oh, they were at Wembley. When they were at Wembley. For some freaking reason, Spurs, Dele Alli and these man just ruining your entire season. Spurs ain't winning nothing. They ain't accomplishing anything. They ain't doing anything. They're just this big, giant waste of space there, just stopping progress. Arsenal isn't going through that right now. They're literally not going through that right now. Arsenal's supposed to be able to can beat 90% of the team in the Premier League. Like, Arsenal fans, tell me if I'm wrong. But Manchester City, you should really.
They can beat most. They can beat most teams
Yeah,
in the league.
like Manchester City, you should be able to beat every other team in the Premier League.
Them too busy to celebrate draws against Man City, blood. That's them problem.
And yo, Eli, I am not passing out no Kool-Aid. You see what Barnes said himself? They ain't nothing to do with me. I was just merely responding, fam. A big up though. That was just merely responding.
All right, so it's something that gets to me right now because I'm like, you're not going. There's no 3-horse race. This isn't Barcelona, Real Madrid, Atletico Madrid. This isn't AC Milan, Napoli, Inter Milan, Juventus. It's literally just Manchester City and who else feels like they want to try and win the league. That's what the Premier League is right now. Manchester City and whoever wants to challenge Manchester City. There is no 5-horse race, 7-horse race. You're like the big 6. No. It's only big 1 right now. It's big 1. And it's Manchester City.
I said, fuck the big 3. It's just big me.
The big 3 is just big me. That's Manchester City. It's just big me right now. Look at Liverpool. If Liverpool play their cards right and bullshit this league. You wanna know what's that mean? What Lex would say? We took our chances because the league shit. If Liverpool bullshit this Premier League right now, the only thing you'll ever hear is
first of all, no, you're not gonna hear that from me.
No, you're right. You're gonna probably dip on the stream with liquor and glass and you're not freaking glasses.
So celebrate.
No, zero logic. If we win the league, zero logic. We're not gonna talk about how we win it, why we win it. None of that shit.
Yeah, that's right. It's spot on.
Yeah, because
Eli, fun.
I don't know what you're talking about, Eli, man. You seen Barnes say it himself, but you blame me. Go on.
It's the reason why I go at Arsenal like this, because when you're like, why are you going at Arsenal like this? Because you're in a 2-horse race and you're making it look like it's you against the world. every single one of your F-ups, you could, if Arsenal, put it like this, the Aston Villa game that they lost, you think if Arsenal took that game, actually took that game serious, they lose it?
Them going there with fear, brother.
Exactly.
Them know
Like
them
Eli.
bogey games. That's the problem with Arsenal.
Yeah.
Them know the bogey games and them going at the games and play like the bogey
Exactly.
games. That's exactly
Eli,
what them do.
you and every other Arsenal fan, tell me if I'm wrong. If you guys were to play that Aston Villa game again 2 more times, do you think you lose?
What do you mean?
Do you think you would have lost that game?
Well, I know them are rejoiced them beat Aston Villa 3-0. Yeah, you not always beat these teams at the start of the season wonderfully.
Yeah, when there's no pressure.
Watch them when they reach halfway or close to the end of the season. Watch them lose 2 games, so them should have win by like 5.
No,
yeah, this is the reason why I get that Arsenal for it. The moment pressure reach you guys crumble. And when we mock you for it, you're like, why are you laughing at us for? And I'm like, because you want to bamba. Yeah? You want to chill with the big boys. But when big man pressure reach you now, it's just, we have a young squad. Really? You have a young squad. We want to trouble with a bunch of kids. Man United want to trouble with a bunch of kids.
See this, Eli. Sorry, go on, carry on as you were. Just pointing that out.
All right. So, with everything right now in the Premier League, this is the shittest era of the Premier League I've ever seen. This is the weakest version of the Premier League. This is the most below average players I've ever seen in the Premier League. This entire Premier League would get beaten by the older version of themselves.
Oh no, we know about the level. We know about the levels.
Yeah, it's completely washed. It's completely washed. And you're struggling to beat just Manchester City. Manchester City right now.
Liverpool still, cause some versions of Liverpool from back in the day, boy.
No.
No.
I'm gonna be real. If this Liverpool side was supposed to go up against Steven Gerrard, that this current Liverpool side would again walk. I don't see anybody in the midfield stopping Gerrard.
Yeah, you're right.
So you can't tell me that nobody in the midfield is stopping Gerrard.
Your 08 side was on point.
Xabi Alonso, Mascherano, and these man.
That 08 side was serious. That 08 side was serious. The wingers and fullbacks know all that, but from a spine perspective, it was ridiculous.
Yeah,
that side was serious.
Mascherano,
Alonso, Torres, Gerrard. I think was it Ago,
Balotelli,
somebody else,
and they had a young Sterling during that time as well. Problem.
That spine was there. I think Pepe Reina was in goal. I was like,
Pepe Reina was in goal as well.
No, would have killed the Balotelli side still. The team now would have wiped the floor with the Balotelli team. Trust.
Yeah, that's a different side.
Was Lucas Leiva and Joan Lennon.
Yeah. That was a different side.
That's a different team. That's a different team. That's a different team.
I'm talking specifically about the 08 team.
The 08 team. That's different. So so that's how I'm looking at it right now. So I'm looking at Arsenal and I'm like, you guys have no reasons to be struggling the way you're struggling right now. When the league is this piss poor. The league is literally this piss poor. Like, look at Liverpool right now. Liverpool is literally beating who they're supposed to beat. That's literally what Liverpool is doing. We're beating teams we're supposed to beat. Like one slip up, and it was by a wonder goal. But otherwise from that, Liverpool are doing what they're supposed to do.
That's it.
And everybody, it's because they have Pep. What do you mean? Because they have Pep? What Pep have to do with it? What Pep have to do with anything? Like, that's such a weak argument. They have Pep Guardiola, and Barcelona had Pep and Mourinho take the league from him twice.
Even Conte won the league.
Conte took the league.
Because he's not invincible like people say, like make up. But before we close out, we're at 94 likes, 6 likes. Goes up to 100 likes, people. Hit the subscribe button on the channel. So hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Whether you're watching this live right now, watching this back after the live.
Sterling wasn't there yet. All right, Beijing TV. Who was it? Was it Sterling or Sturridge? Who was there at that time in 2008?
Yeah,
I'm trying to remember who was coming through.
That's years gone. You're thinking, you have to I can't remember who else was there. I'm not going to lie.
I'm going through their team in my head. I'm trying to remember because they had some youth academy players that was coming through during the time in 2008. I'm trying to remember who it was.
like Jordan Iban fucking with the right butt name, John
What,
Flanagan
you mean eBay?
and them blood clot man.
Why
There.
everybody
Yeah,
call him
like
Jordan
Jordan
Ive? It's eBay.
same thing,
Oh
dog.
yeah, Abel always uses fine.
Apelani.
But yeah, again, love to everyone that has locked in. Like I said, run up the likes, hit the subscribe button. We're gonna redirect. Alam's live. He's doing an NFL watch along. Not sure what game he's doing, but we're gonna redirect over there. And coming up, people, this week, Monday to Friday, you won't get the regular schedule, so you won't get the Q&As, Man United's, all the crossover shows, etc. And bringing back the specials. So those from
Oh, it's the Bengals versus the Giants.
remember, that's
the game.
5-6 months ago, I did the specials with all the juggernauts in the content creator space. Your Troops, Rants, Gunner was on there, Carefree Lewis did one, Grizz did one, etc. So I'm running it again, but it's the second wave of content creators, people. So keep a lookout for that Monday to Friday. We're starting tomorrow. The first one is it 8 p.m.? I can't remember the top. That's terrible. I can't remember off the top of my head what time it is, people. But it's all on the upcoming live stream schedule anyway. So make sure you check it out. 1 on Monday, got 2 on Tuesday, 2 on Wednesday. I'll be adding. But yeah, the one today, 9:30 p.m. UK time. So it's just a one-on-one sit down, doing the whole journey with content creators. We're in that second class, people. So big up. Love to everyone that's locked in. Absolute real ones.
Third point, Ryan Bubble.
Yeah, Bubble was there. He was Bubble on Football Manager.
Hey, the next international break, we need to do that like a blast from the past where we just go through like the errors. You see, like how we did it before with like the Syria. Like the next international break, we can do that and just try and go through like old school players again.
Oh, yeah,
because that just brought back like Ryan Bubble.
Well,
I hated that brother, you know.
We'll come up with certain shout out to him because he put up Howard Webb in the United shit when he gave a penalty in the United Liverpool game and he got fined and banned. That's just hilarious. So shout out to Ryan. Howard Webb up in the United shit, the AIG thing on the
I remember Pennant because that was the nickname for Salah, the Pyramid Jeremy Pennant, fam.
Yes,
the Pyramid Pennant.
People. Love to everyone that's locked in. Absolute real ones. Catch you lot for the specials all next week long. Sarcasm City special second wave. This has been the Premier League podcast, the Yardman edition, live on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube. Thank you very much for tuning in, and make sure you put Sarcasm City Raid in Alam's chat. Salute.